Are we rolling? Great. Okay, Rico. Hi. Let's get started. What do you think inspired you to make Red?
So I was inspired by a couple things to make this project. About a year ago or so, actually, I was in this acting competition, and I actually won top performer in the competition for this monologue that I did from this play Red by John Logan. And that play is centered around Mark Rothko and his various paintings in his Red collection that he made. So I was inspired by that play and by the kind of visceral just emotion that is portrayed in those paintings. And I was also inspired by Jaden Smith. So at the beginning of his album Sire and Heiress, he has these intros which are just one big long song, but they're a bunch of shorter songs and they're based off colors. So one is pink and then one is blue. And I remember this YouTuber, Sean C., he said one time that it'd be really cool if Jaden just made the colors their own EPs, and that would make a great, more cohesive project. And I thought, hey, that's a good idea, why can't I do that? So I kind of did the same thing with Red and R-E-D instead of like blue, B-L-E-U-E. So yeah, so those are the three kind of artistic pieces that inspired the Red EP.
Right, congratulations on that award, by the way.
Thank you.
Speaking about your inspirations, what is the message of the EP?
So the message of this project really centers around the transition from one emotion to another, specifically the transition from depression into anger. So the way that's portrayed in the EP is the first song, Red, is more focused on an isolating sound and more of loneliness and depression. And then E transitions into more worry and anxiety. And then finally D is just this unbridled rage that just comes full force out of the gate. So I really wanted to get across the message that this emotion can transition into another more dangerous emotion through things that are going on and through stressors in life.
And you mentioned it's a couple of different tracks
Yes.
in a single EP. So how long did it take you to record Red?
So it took me, so when I was writing this EP, I had the beat from about like 3 years ago or so. And I came across it in my computer and I decided, hey, I really want to do something with this. I think it'd be a really cool idea to do like an EP like that. So I was actually leaving to take a trip to London in the next 2 days when I had this idea. So I was like, oh, I have to get this done fast. So I spent an entire day writing every song on the EP, and then I spent an entire day recording each song, which was, that recording day was actually the day that I left for London, and I wanted to do that so I could mix and master them on the flight there and the flight back. So the flight there, I mixed the songs, and then the flight back, I started mastering them. So time-wise, it really took about like 9 days or so, but if I was just at home and just doing it the entire time, it would have taken like 3, maybe.
But you mentioned you had the tracks for a little bit longer than that.
Yes.
3 years, which is a long time, long term. Do you think there's anything tied to the EP artistically?
So yes, there are going to be a couple things tied to the EP because I consider it more of a multimedia project. So there's the EP itself, of course. There's going to be a lyric video for the EP, which by the time everyone is seeing this interview, it should already be out. There's going to be a full music video for the entire EP, which is in production, which might come out sooner or later, just depending on when I get it done. And I want to have an art collection with this EP, possibly inspired by those Rothko paintings that I was just talking about earlier, just to kind of capture that emotion. So yeah, I'm trying to really push just a lot of different artistic ideas through different artistic ventures with this project.
Yeah, it seems like you have some refreshing ideas to go forward with the EP. Do you have any other music on the way?
Yes, I do have some more music on the way. I'm working on something right now, but it might be a little bit under wraps just for a second. But hey, in the meantime, everyone, you can go stream Red right now.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rico, for joining us.
too.